Hello, this is John with Anthem Business Solutions, and today we're going to do training on how to create a custom tender on Heartland Restaurant. First thing you're going to want to do is go to the admin portal, which is hrpos.heartland.us. Then you're going to go to your menu icon up here, and you're going to go down to Location Setup. And then you're going to go to Custom Tender. Now, if this is your first time creating a custom tender in here, you're going to see everything here in the middle, telling you to create one. Otherwise, you're going to see your normal add new up here at the top right. So we're going to do create new, and we're going to give it an account name. So I'm just going to put it in caps. Say those guys at Anthem. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a custom tender. The scenario I get a lot is you have a client that comes in and orders product from you throughout the month, but doesn't want to pay when they get the product. They want to pay, say, at the end of the month, at the beginning of the month. So the way that I recommend doing that is by using custom tender. That way you can just, instead of cashing things out to normal cash and being negative for that day or week or whatever, then you can put it to a custom tender and keep track of it that way. Or you can also look at reports and see how many you close to that as well. So we'll pretend we're using Anthem, and then we want to put a checkbox for active. The account holder, I'm going to say, well, that's John Woodman. Phone number. Put our phone number. Put our email. And now this card number access code feature, this is if you want to like password protect it in a way, then you can use an access code for it. This house account feature, you have to read this. It says if selected, these tenders will be rolled up with other house accounts on the server checkouts and in reporting. So if you want them to be rolled up into the house account feature, then you put a checkbox there. And then manage account balance. This needs Mobile Bytes Gift. This is an older feature. I was told it is not available right now. And then you put a checkbox here if you want the tender to ask for tips. And then these here are overrides. So if you want to change the percentage that tips are paid out, then you change them here. And then this is a good point to remind you, anytime you see these question mark little icons over here, you can hover your mouse or stylus over it and it'll tell you what this area means. And then you can have a checkbox here if you wish to require a signature on it, just like you do with credit cards. Put a checkbox here if you want the drawer to open. And then you can require a reference. I'm going to go and require a reference. That way the staff is forced to input something. Maybe they can put like who actually showed up to make the order, or something like that. And then you have number of transaction receipts defaulted to 0, so you can go ahead and choose 1 or 2 if you'd like to have transaction receipts print. And then of course you have notes, so you can leave notes on why you created this tender or what it's used for. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 transaction receipts. I would assume most people would want to give one to the customer and then also keep one maybe in a logbook somewhere for the records. And then we'll hit save. Make sure you get your save successful down here at the bottom right. And now we're ready to close. And don't forget to publish changes. And that is how you create a custom tender. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're going to go in and actually look at that custom tender and the way it works. So I rang in an item. So now we would go to the checkout screen over here. And now we have the Anthem tender right here. So we would select that. It's going to ask for reference code, which we'll just put in they bought food. And then that should print out on your printer, on your receipt printer, and ask for the tip amount because we selected that we wanted tips. So then you would have to go back into the ticket. So we would go to search and go to the ticket. If you don't know how to search for the ticket, I have that in a separate video. And now we've got the tender down here at the bottom. We're going to select the tender down here at the bottom. And we have the tip button. So let's say they left $5 in tip. We'd put that, hit tip. Now we can see that it added the tip down here below the tender. So we know that that $5 tip has been added on. And that's all there is to it. Want to stay up to date on the latest tips and tricks? Don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon.